Oh yeah. Well, we're so glad you're all right now. And okay. Looks like the YouTube version is live as well. So uh, howdy to everyone. Um, yeah, and we were just talking on the video chat with a friend in Macedonia who had COVID-19, and he's well enough to join us again, and we're so glad that you're feeling better.
Hey, Martin, when this is over, do not hang up.
Yeah. Yeah, when this is over, I think Darren wants to chat with you some. But okay, and yeah, I'm inclined to say hopefully Nick is able to follow along on YouTube, because I wasn't able to add him to the messenger chat or anything, but um, hopefully we'll be able to assemble some people. I have to tell you guys, funniest thing happened last night after we finished our ritual for Set. I was on Facebook and a friend in the area messaged me and had a question for me because he had a dream where he encountered Set. And I said, funny thing, you happened to call and ask me about this on his birthday. So, strange things were afoot last night. But
Orion had dreams that involved him and Anubis.
huh. Yeah, so I think there was a lot of stuff going on, last night and just as we go along. Hopefully, now that we're turning to the goddesses, hopefully we'll have some more gentle vibes. So, oh, let's see, and oh Nick, okay, hey, you're here and your internet is being naughty. Well. Hopefully it won't be as bad as last night, because last night it cut out in the middle of everything and I had to restart it. But
let's get on it.
Yeah, as we were saying the other night, this is Comedic Groundhog Day. We're going to keep doing it until we get it right. So,
let's get ready to worship.
Okay, that's.
I just had to do that.
Huh. I'm not going to think of that the same way again. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We'll get ourselves cooled down and purified and in a good state of mind to honor Isis or Aset. Some people draw a distinction between the two names, but I'll use them interchangeably because she knows when people are talking about her. Yes. So she, we're going to welcome her, by whichever name, come and join us for a party. So these cool waters are upon my hands. They purify me as Tefnut purifies me. Hail unto you, O Neshiru. We come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Our purity is upon our hands. Purity is within our hearts. We have cast out all evil that pertains to us, including flicking it on other people. Okay. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. For yes, Yamanu says for now.
We also didn't specify pure what.
Well, Mother Isis knows, kids. Full of mischief. Okay. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes, till none remain. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus comes. To the four corners of the world. And we are purified with it.
Receive the light.
Receive the light. Great in need of the gods who are in you new. Ra in your appearance at the first time. Ra's twins, Shu and Tefnut. Geb and Nut, Lord of Earth and Lady of Heaven. Oser, Aset, Set and Nebethat. Turn your faces toward us. Behold what is in our innermost. Our hearts are straight, our hearts are open. No darkness is in our hearts. And I will do a fourfold invocation to Aset. Iuim Hotep Aset Durat Hekau. Iuim Hotep Aset Smut Nature. Iuim Hotep Aset Nacharidat. Iuim Hotep Aset Nebet Pet. Come in peace, Isis, great of magic, mother of God, greatest goddess, mistress of heaven. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your heart. O Aset, O Netcher, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Aset, O Netcher. Drink from it and be pure. We give you incense. We give you incense great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you. It adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus. Its fragrance comes to you. Take this, your bread on which gods live. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. I fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Aset, O Yunachuru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Pure, pure is Aset within her house. Pure is the Ka of Aset, and pure are the Kas of all of the Natchuru with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Aset, for Ra Horaketi, and for his Anid, in every place that there are mortal Kas dwell. Come to your body, O Aset. Come to your bodies, O Natchuru. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the Nacharu. Lift the offerings before Aset and before the other gods. For all life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, all good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. Ora Horaketi and your son, the Oser Nesud Nemkaparura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. Now let me step across to our shrine for the blessed dead, so that they in turn may receive the eye of Horus. And cool waters from the table of Osiris. May they cool your hearts. Horikeru, Ta Henket, Kakao Abdu, Sinukchur Mirat, Kutnibet Nofret Wabet Anket Nachurim, and Cow and Aku Punibu, Maakeru Nibu Hirnachra. A voice offering of bread, beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great god. Now we offer Ma'at to the gods, represented this evening by Isis. We come unto you, O Ra, Aset, as Jehuti comes, our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your cause shall live. Truly, your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. May we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Okay. And yes, I can see from the comments we've had a lot of folks join us. Welcome. Let's see. Okay, I see. Yeah, celery's on. Okay, you're on your other channel. Okay, and happy birthday. Serrano's son is 5 today. Happy birthday. Actually, at the end of this month will be my birthday, so we'll be, I think we'll be having a service because it's on a Friday, so.
Right, so
Yeah.
Hit up that Patreon page and send some birthday money.
Oh, well, just having everyone here will be great. That'll be fun. So, in the meantime, we're offering to Isis for her birthday, and I'm going to start with. I pulled up a couple of things. There's a couple of hymns from Philae, which was devoted to her. There's also something some of you may have heard of. It's called the Isis Aretology, and while it dates much later, the Greco-Roman period, so Thoth is referred to as Hermes in the text, but there are a lot of things in it that are appropriate to her. So we'll get to that in just a moment. We'll start off with her hymns from Philae. Aset uret, muat nature nebet irek. Isis, the great mother, mother of the god, lady of Philae. God's wife, God's adorer, God's hand. Mother of God, great queen. Adornment, lady of ornaments of the shrine. Lady and desire of the green fields. Nursling, who fills the shrine with her beauty. Fragrance of the shrine, mistress of joy, who runs her course in the sacred place. Rain cloud that greens the fields when she descends. Maiden, sweet of love, mistress of Upper and Lower Egypt, who issues orders among the Aeneid. Princess, great of praise, lady of charm, whose face loves the trickle of fresh myrrh. Continuing to the second hymn. She is the one who pours out the inundation, which makes all people live and green plants grow, who provides sacred offerings for the gods and voice offerings for the Akh spirits. Because she is Lady of Heaven, her husband is Lord of Duat, and her son is Lord of the land. Her husband is the pure water, renewing himself at Biga at his time. She is the Lady of Heaven, Earth and Duat, having brought them to being through what her heart conceived and her hands created. She is the Ba which is in every city, watching over her son Horus and her brother Osiris. And again, this is from the Isis Aretology. It's in first person, but imagine this is Isis proclaiming all of the good things that she has done. I am Isis, ruler of every land. I was taught by a Thoth, and with Thoth devised letters, both hieroglyphic and demotic, that all might not be written with the same. I gave laws to mankind and ordained what no one can change. I am the eldest daughter of Geb. I am the wife and sister of King Osiris. I am the one who discovered wheat for mankind. I am the mother of King Horus. I am the one who rises in Sirius. I am the one called goddess by women. For me was built the city of Bubastis. I separated the earth from the heavens. I showed the path of the stars. I regulated the course of the sun and moon. I devised the activities of seamanship. I made what is right strong. I brought together woman and man. I assigned to women to bring into light of day their infants in the 10th month. I ordained that parents be loved by children, and children be loved by parents. I imposed punishments on those who are unkindly disposed toward their parents or their children. I, with my brother Osiris, put an end to cannibalism. I taught men the initiation into mysteries. I instructed them to revere images of the gods. I established the sacred cult places of the gods. I abolished the rules of the tyrants. I put an end to murders. I compelled women to be loved by men. I made right stronger than gold and silver. I ordained that truth should be considered good. I devised marriage contracts. I assigned to Greeks and barbarians their languages. I made the good and the bad to be distinguished by nature. I made that nothing should be more fearful than an oath. I have delivered him who unjustly plots against others into the hands of the ones against whom he plotted. I imposed retribution upon those who do injustice. I decreed that mercy be shown to supplicants. I honor those who justly defend themselves. With me, righteousness has power. I am the mistress of rivers and winds and the sea. No one is honored without my consent. I am the mistress of war. I am the mistress of the thunderbolt. I calm the sea and make it surge. I am in the rays of the sun. I attend the sun in its journey. What I decree, that is also accomplished. All yield to me. I set free those who are in bonds. I am the mistress of seamanship. I make the navigable unnavigable whenever I so decide. I founded enclosure walls of the cities. I am called the lawgiver. I brought up islands out of the depths into the light. I am the mistress of rain. I conquer destiny. Destiny obeys me. Hail, O Egypt that nourished me. Now, if anybody who happens to have a print copy of the Isis Eritology, there are several books that it's in. You might notice there was one thing that I added to it, because she says, I ordain that parents be loved by children. Because respect for one's parents was, an important virtue in ancient times, but they never seem to mention the reverse, that children should be loved by their parents. And I think that's equally important, because as much as it goes against our nature and against certainly what Aset would have us do, sometimes some parents fall a little short of that. So I'm just going to sneak in to see what comments we've got. Which request time? Okay, yes, a thank you to Aset. Okay, cool, yeah. Well, if you were picked up by Nebet Hunt afterwards, then you'll definitely want to tune in tomorrow, because that will be her birthday. But I also have some things to say thank you to. So let us offer our thanks to Aset for bringing many of us to the Kemetic path. And in my case, today I went out to my garden, and I'm finally starting to get some female flowers on my cucumber plants, and that's something I had to learn when I started growing a garden. Cucumbers have male and female flowers, and you don't get fruit until you get, the female ones. But I'm finally starting to get some, so I'm hoping my garden will start to bear some produce. And I definitely appreciate the gods looking after my garden.
So you would appreciate your garden to prosper.
Yeah. And I figured it's just a matter of time, and maybe for the nighttime temperatures to cool down, because it's been so hot lately. But I think it's starting to, and good things come to those who are patient, and give the gods time to do their work. Continued prayers for healing and protection for those who have been sick, those who are sick, and to help us to, as many of us, to avoid getting sick as possible. And to that end, since it is the days on the year, we'll need to remember to pray to Sekhmet as well. So let's go ahead and light her candle. There we go. Hail, Lady Sekhmet, likewise Mistress of Fortune, ruler of the arrows. And as the days upon the year continue, we continue to invoke your protection. Hail, Sekhmet, who presides over the land, Lady of Flourishing, generous one, Sekhmet, who protects the two lands. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the first arrow of famine. Hail Sekhmet, O Curl, O hidden lady, Wajit the Great. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the second arrow of drought. Hail Sekhmet, who moves in light, who terrifies the gods with her massacre. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the third arrow of war. Come to us who are under your sway. Hail Sekhmet, who guides mankind, Lady of the dual shores, mistress of humanity. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fourth arrow of terror. Hail Sekhmet, great shining one, foremost in the mansion of flame, who terrorizes the two lands with fear. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the fifth arrow of storms. Hail Sekhmet, who loves Ma'at and hates Isfet, Lady of the people. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the sixth arrow of oppression. Hail Sekhmet, Uraeus, who opens the acacia, great and sovereign one. Come to us who are under your sway. Save us, protect us, and preserve us from the seventh arrow of disease. Hail unto you, great ladies, Sekhmet and Isis. Great is your renown among modern pagans. You have many followers. Continue to watch us and protect us as we get through the times that we're in now. It would be kind of obvious to say, these uncertain times, these unprecedented times, that much is certainly obvious. But may they also be a time for new opportunities and for betterment. Yeah, turn this down just a sec. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Straight line. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So more thanks to Aset for birth of Sarana's son, and for the amazing midwife. That's really cool. I think that's something that being a midwife. A lot of people nowadays don't know about that, but there are professional midwives, and it's something I learned a little bit about because I have a classmate who had gotten one, and she was explaining to me what they do. Yeah. Yeah. That's what. Excuse me. 6 weeks. Wait so fast. Yeah. Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun or when you're in lockdown. It seems, because that's certainly been the case for us too. But one thing we definitely need to do, because we've been doing this every day of the week, is pull a fortune cookie for our divination. And definitely we must give our thanks and deference to Isis, as great of magic. Divination was, one of her specialties. So let's see what she has to tell us this evening. Okay. This is interesting, very cryptic. Stepping away from the power position for one day. I suspect that's something that later on is going to come to us, and we're going to be like, oh, that's what she was telling us. Because, huh? Yeah. Well, the sense that I'm getting saying initially, because this morning, it took us forever to get up, and I really had this feeling like she was saying, you need to just rest today. And so we kind of did some of that, and maybe that's what she's saying is just give it a little bit of a rest. And again, we're trying to see what our theme is going from Sunday until now. The fortunes read, in due time, you will be financially comfortable. Then the road to glory will be rocky but fulfilling. The next, your earnest wish will come true. Then yesterday, we read with Aset, and he said, this is not a day to take risks. Diplomacy rules today. And now today, stepping away from the power position for one day. So
I know what all of this is telling me cumulatively.
Sure, what is that?
All of the honest work that you do towards your goals is going to pay off. But you better take a breath and take some rest before you hit it again. This is a clear message. Listen, you can go at 1,000 miles an hour, but if it's not full of positive energy, remember, energy is reciprocal. If you give out positive, you get positive. But if you start giving positive energy when your battery is empty, it eventually leaves out negative and it comes back negative. We must recharge our batteries, the batteries of our soul.
Okay. And I then, you know what? I really get a feeling like the cumulative message overall has been patience. Good things are going to come, but don't rush it.
Right.
And I guess that's what she's trying to tell us.
Keep up the work, but don't feel like you're never going to get there, because you are.
Yeah. Huh? Pace yourself. Yes. Yes, I think. Okay, what's that, Martin? Mm-hmm. 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 Oh. Okay. Yeah, our friend Martin was asking for a prayer request because he's getting over COVID-19, and asking for healing, especially in his lungs, and to be able to get back to his spiritual practice because he feels like that was affected. One thing I can say, and Darren, I know you would back me up on this. There's a link between your physical health and then your spirituality. If you're not feeling well physically, then it's hard to feel spiritual a lot of times. So don't buy into the modern idea of a separation between body and spirit. They're connected.
No, if there was a separation between body and spirit, you could live without one or the other.
Yeah.
You can live without neither.
Yeah, but definitely, we shall say this prayer. Please, O great goddess, help our friend Martin continue to heal, and Sekhmet, because we know that you've worked with him before. Help him to continue to feel better, and as he feels stronger physically, may he be able to hear you again when the time is right.
And bless him with the means to come visit us.
When it's safe, yes, bless him with the means to come to America when it's safe to travel again. Because he has lots of friends here that would love to see him. And so, since we were talking about deities who had patronage over, the breath of life. Serket is also one. Hail, O Serket, O noble lady, Serket Hettit, giver of breath. Come unto us, and come unto our friend Martin, O Lady of Heaven. Drive out every evil that is in our bodies. With your fire in your mouth and your flame before you, set your spells against all those who wish us ill. Mistress of your mansion among the undying stars, mistress of the cavern who protects the bark of Ra. Oh, one other thing I need to mention, especially everyone who's in the northern hemisphere, there's a comet that is visible right now, and where we are, they say about an hour and a half after sunset, go out and find the Big Dipper and then look down from that and you'll find it. They called it Comet Neowise. And the funny thing is the last time this comet was visible from Earth was 6,800 years ago. So that was before, any of the great temples in Egypt had been built. This was back in the time of the gods, you could say. So if you can go out and see it, then
which we need to try and do tonight.
Yeah, that's what we're going to try and do after we're done here. But let's see what other. I feel like the ethics. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, well, okay, I'm reading through the comments, and it looks like we've got several new folks here. Nick, we know you. But to the other folks who are new, welcome. And again, just a quick recap, because several folks have been, tuning in regularly, but we're in the middle of the 5 days upon the year in the Egyptian calendar, because see, their year was 360 days plus 5 extra days to round it out. And then Saturday will be Egyptian New Year. And again, I reckon it by July 18th because that was the historic date. What a lot of people do now is they try to find when does Sirius rise and become visible before sunrise in their location. But the problem with that is it's not going to be the same day if you're on the East Coast versus the West Coast. And if you're in Europe, then you have to, like Martin, you'd have to calculate it comes, before then. Actually, I think for you, it would be somewhere probably around like the end of this month, so rather than try to have everybody do it at, a local time, to me, it makes more sense to just say, okay, we go with July 18th and, work it out from there. But again, that's the quick recap of what we're doing. Tomorrow we'll be honoring Isis's sister Nephthys. That's her Greek name. Her Egyptian name was Nebuchadnezzar, and that's the last of the days upon the year. So, how's our feed doing? Is it or is it still in? Oh, okay. All right, so okay, you two cut it out because I was reading in the comments, and then I saw what Josh had put, and I'm like, oh no, don't tell me our feed cut out again. And no, that's we're just, I guess, feeding off of Nick's comments. But okay. Well, guys, if that's all of our requests for this evening, anybody got anything else before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I don't have a request. I just wanted to say thank you for everybody that's been tuning in, for all the new folks that are showing up, and also wanted to say thank you for all the positive vibes and the great night's sleep I got last night/today. It's been the best sleep I've had in a few months.
Well, that's good. Yes. I feel like there is definitely some positive stuff that's building, and I think they're just telling us, hang in there and don't rush it. So, and positive outlook equals positive outcome. Okay. Oh, okay. Read a prayer that I'll be able to see my girlfriend in time for my birthday. Okay. Well, Isis is also, among other things, a patron of happy relationships because, even though, yes, Osiris unexpectedly had to become Lord of the Underworld, that did not destroy the love between Isis and Osiris.
Oh no.
Yes, their love is stronger than death, and their son Horus is proof of it. So, oh, Lady Isis, please let Rowan and their girlfriend be able to visit each other soon, and may they have felicity and happiness between them, and continued love for those that have someone, and opportunities for new love that those who are still looking. Okay, guys?
Let's close it up.
Yeah. All right, we are going to wrap this up by making the offerings endure. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shanit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentiu endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Kamenu endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures, likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Aset, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Necheru. May you go forth in peace, O Aset, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Necheru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay, guys. Well, I know it's late for some of y'all, but yeah, Martin, hang in there. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up on YouTube, and we'll catch you guys again around 8:30 tomorrow evening. So instead of our usual weekly thing, we'll be wrapping up the days on the year with the birth of Nebuchadnezzar. So see you guys then.
Waka waka waka.
Okay. And yeah, the question about gems. One quick. I'm going to answer a question real quick about are there any gems or stones sacred to Isis? There were no precious stones in Egypt, so like diamonds, rubies, things like that. They didn't have those. All they had were what we consider to be semi-precious stones, like jasper and turquoise and things like that. And yes, red jasper seemed to be especially associated with Isis. Carnelian is another one, another red stone that I think may have had an association with her. So if you're looking for stones to put on your altar, check those out. Oh yes, and lapis lazuli is another one that was especially favored by the Egyptians. So yeah, turquoise was especially associated with Hathor and with Neith. So cool. Well, I will see you guys tomorrow evening.